Okay, guys. 5.1 points in the coordinate plane. It's going to be an interesting chapter. The fact that we are learning again about the coordinate plane, the Cartesian plane, tells you where we are heading. Okay? Graphing, stuff like that. This chapter's got stuff that's not difficult and stuff that's kind of challenging. Okay? It's a little of both. Okay, the first thing, and we're going to take some notes and then do some examples. Y'all had this last year, all of y'all. Aiden, you may not know what I'm talking about because you might have come after this. You'll catch up real quick. All right, so we're going to, again, take a couple of notes, and then we're going to jump into those actual work.
Are they bonus? Oh, wait,
I've already explained that, Taylor.
I have no spatial awareness.
It's not spatial?
That is nothing
This is,
to do with it.
If I have no spatial awareness, I don't know what's going on, so I don't know that she already said that, even though
spatial is a little bit different.
Yeah.
She was talking, like
Okay.
verbally.
That would be selective hearing.
No verbal awareness.
There you go. He nailed it. And like Emily said, selective hearing. And that's fine. I'm used to it. Okay. Ordered pair. It's a pair of numbers. And what do they look like? X and Y. You all should know that. Whether you were here last year, physically or mentally, or not. Because, I mean, you see this all the time.
I wasn't here.
They describing a point in the Cartesian coordinate plane. Okay. Refresher course. Here is your Cartesian plane. It's two number lines put together. Raise your hand if you can tell me what axis this is. Gabby? X. That's your X axis. So then, therefore, this axis is your,
Why?
thank you for raising your hand, Y axis. The center point, raise your hand if you can remember, Cecilia. 0. Excellent. Now this is divided into quadrants. I don't go too much into the quadrants, but you need to know them. Quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. The coordinate plane is divided into quadrants. Quad 1, 2, 3, and 4. Make sure you have these written down. Taylor, are you playing with your glasses?
No, I'm trying to see because.
Do you want to move up?
Sure. The thicker part of the glasses are the only thing.
Well, move up. Bless you.
Bless you.
X-axis is the horizontal number line in the plane. And the y-axis, I'll let y'all catch up. Make sure you have all this written down, is the vertical number line in the plane.
The z-axis.
Once you have this written down, put your pencil or pen down so that I know that you're done. Taylor, where are you at?
Listen.
Okay.
Question. Do we have to label the quadrants in Roman numerals?
You're supposed to, but I mean, seriously, you are supposed to in the world of math. Your teachers from here on out will expect you to know that and know those quadrants and based on Roman numerals. Personally, okay, here's my thing. The only time you really need to know those right now, like for Algebra 1, is just knowing which are negative points, which are positive points, and stuff like that. But what we're doing this year is no different than what we're doing last year. What is really important is how to read a Cartesian plane. Knowing the quadrants, it doesn't really, like, for example, they're going to say if you have a negative y and a negative x and a positive y, which quadrant would it be in, okay? So you would need to know that every time you have a negative x and a positive y, it'll go into a certain quadrant. So that when you graph it, that's your check. Okay, it's supposed to be in this quadrant. If you graph it over here, then you're wrong. So memorizing these quadrants and what goes there and here and stuff like that will help you when you're plotting points. But if you know how to plot the x and y's, these ordered pairs, then you don't necessarily have to worry about that, right? You see what I'm saying? So knowing how to plot the ordered pairs of points on a Cartesian plane is the most important thing. Memorizing the quadrants, that's like, okay, I'll give you another example. Divisibility rules. You know, like if a number is divisible by 3, if you add up all the digits and that number is divisible by 3, then you know that that number is divisible by 3. Okay, can you get through life not memorizing or knowing those divisibility rules?
Yes.
Yes. Aren't those divisibility rules just there to help you out?
Yes.
Same with memorizing the quadrants right now. It's just another way of making sure that you put your point in the right section of your graph. But if you know how to divide, then you don't need the divisibility rules. It's just a shortcut. Memorizing these is just a way to help you know that you're in the right spot. Okay? So, let's move on. Cecilia told us that the very center's value is 0 because if we were doing number line, it would be 0. Does anyone remember what it's called? Raise your hand. Cecilia? No. No,
Plot point?
no. It looks like
Crossroad?
it's called the origin.
Oh.
See? 0, origin. Never mind.
Crossroad?
Hey, I like the fact that y'all were guessing. It's labeled 0. That's not O. On, I mean, it could be, right? It could be O, 0, same thing. On the graph. Is the point 0, 0. Looks like an owl. It is the intersection.
Hoot.
Hoot, hoot. This class is a hoot. All right, do y'all remember, once you have that down,
21st of September.
this is your x coordinate. This is your y coordinate.
Mississippi says
Which comes first? Raise your hand. Which? X is always first.
because alphabetical order.
That's right, it's alphabetical order. You do X first. Always, always, always. Any questions?
This is it. Then for somewhere else.
Now, one of my rules, when we do graphs, what is my rule on drawing the Cartesian planes? You must always use some type of straight edge. If you draw, now notes are different, but if you draw without, and y'all know this, you
It
had
looks
me
like
last
this.
year, then I'm gonna make you redo it. Okay?
'Cause you don't
You're
know.
big boys and girls. If I made you last year, I'm gonna make you this year, even more so. Okay? I want nice graphs.
Instead of this at the line.
Yeah, I want. Now, guys, you being in Algebra 1, if you remember some of the stuff we ended up doing later on, if your graphs weren't perfect, you got wrong answers. You can imagine Algebra 1. When we start doing graphs, you need to use the graph paper. You need to use each line. Some of y'all, if you remember, and I know you will in Algebra 1, one whole page may be one graph. Okay? It happens. And do not try to do a bunch of little lines, like a whole bunch of little lines right here. No, 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 no. Each line is going to be a number. Okay? Each line will be a number. Trust me when I tell you, you will start getting wrong answers if your stuff isn't nice and neat. Okay, so let's open up our book. We'll do a couple on here since Aiden missed this last year, even though I know he's probably, since he graphed all that stuff last year, I know you know how to do this, right? Okay, well, we're going to do a couple since it's been, several months for all of you. And then we'll start having fun with pictures. Now, unfortunately, I totally forgot to make copies, but I've got so many already in there that I may not have to, and I got a printer right here. So, we're going to have fun.
So how many are there? Like how many different ones?
Oh, a ton. So, I wanted, go through this, and then we're going to call it good.
What if we did all of those?
Shh, Taylor, you're not even opened up right here. Quit talking about how many to do. Cecilia. Remember last year, I let y'all do as many as you wanted. And it's bonus, extra credit. And I don't even say overnight. You can take time to do it. The more practice you do on these things, the better you'll get, is why I have these. Okay, so we're going to start with number 5. Okay, it says state the coordinates of the following points. Let's just start with number 5. Okay, so 5 is A. Now, before I start drawing this, because y'all may remember how to do this, so it'd be great. All right. Let's see. I'm going to start with Taylor. Find A, and you tell me if you can remember what that is.
I know the coordinates. So
That's what you okay, and I forgot to even mention this. I don't know why. Oh my gosh. Terrible notes. This side is negative. This direction. Sorry guys. This is negative.
I remember this stuff.
See, I'm with the mindset that y'all already know all this.
Yeah.
This side is positive. And this side is positive.
Do I state the coordinates? Number 5.
Okay, hold on. Make sure y'all, hopefully y'all remember that. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, number 5.
Just state the coordinates.
Wait, Cecilia, do you have a question?
I know the answer.
No. I called Taylor. I'm going to let all of y'all have a chance. Yes, tell me the coordinates.
-3, -1.
Okay, now what you need to do is if you did not get that or you don't know where he got it from, please say something now. Don't be embarrassed, but you need to say something now so that we can clear that up. Does anyone not know? Do you know? Everyone know? All right, so let's do another one. 6. Good job, Taylor.
Thank you.
Michael, what is B?
5, -4.
Very good. Does anyone not know where he got that? Everyone in here is going to do one, so if you do not know, you need to speak now. All right, number 7. Emily. And the rest of you try to find it before she does. And don't say nothing. Don't say anything.
Great.
I know. Count again. Your X is definitely correct. Count up again. Yes, very good. And your Y is 5. Good job. 8. Cecilia. Excellent. Any questions? What?
How'd you get the -2?
She went down.
It's negative y-axis.
I thought it was supposed to be on the left side.
Anytime you go down, are you confused too? Okay, so look. Okay, so D was here. Okay, so we remember X goes first, right? So it's 2 here, positive 2. This is, remember, this side is negative. This would also be -1, -2. So we go right 2 and then down 2, and it's right there.
That's what I see.
So the y-axis is basically a.
Do you see
number-
that, Aiden? Are you sure? Okay.
So the y-axis is basically a number line turned 90 degrees to the left.
Yeah.
It's like a depth meter, but if you go down, like below sea level.
The vertical number line. Look, Taylor, the vertical number line.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 9, Gabby. E. Now, y'all, the rest of you try to figure this out first, and then she can give her answer. You ready? What'd you get? Very good. Do y'all see that? So here's E. So this is -3, this is -4. So X is -4, this is +1, and we go up to 1. So X and Y. So it's right here. I always tell kids to draw this. So X is -4, and the Y is 1. Y'all see that? All right, width. F. What would your X be?
It's
Yep. Because it doesn't go left or right,
3.
and then it goes up 3. Is everyone seeing this? All right, Aiden, G.
Oh, would it be? -5 and. And -4.
Perfect. Any questions? Y'all got it? Okay, I'm gonna draw another one. Okay. 15. 15 says you're gonna graph the dot. So 15, we're gonna go back to Taylor. Come up here and graph number 15. X is 2, 4 is Y. Perfect. Y'all see that?
Did we write this?
You don't have to. All right, Michael, come do 16.
Oh wait, they can't see the thing. So after table.
What? Here, I'll write it.
Yeah.
16 is 5 and -4. Very good. Do y'all see that? Okay, Emily. -1 and 3.
How about purple?
Shh, it doesn't matter. You're a waste of time. Let's go. -1 and 3.
Wait,
Which goes first?
X.
All right.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
There you go. Remember, always?
That's pretty good.
That's right, that's right. X goes first.
That one just looks.
18, Gabby, you have -2 and -5. Perfect. Are y'all understanding this? All right, Cecilia, 19. You have 0 and -4. x is 0, and negative 4. There you go. Perfect. Aiden, 20. Oh yeah. Negative a half. That's mean.
That's,
Negative,
that's not on the board.
oh, it's not. So it's negative a half and 0. Your x is negative a half, so where would that be? Negative half. Perfect, right there. But wait, and then y is 0, so does it go up or down? That's right. There you go. Now in Algebra 1, you will be dealing with halves. All right, so good job. Last one, wit. Negative 5 and negative 2.5. That's 2.5.
I wanted one of those last two.
So negative 5 is x. So find that first. Okay, then negative 2.5. Excellent. Do we understand how to do this?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So,
Wait, they can't see where the dots are.
that's okay. It's okay. I'll take a picture. Okay, so I'm going to freeze that. I guess I don't need to freeze it. Okay, so someone go up. Let me take a picture, and then you are going to erase that, and then we're going to turn on the lights. There, I can send it to her. Okay, lights, please.
It's just like Joanne's watching this, and there's just nothing being written down. Good job.
All right. So, you're doing the mystery emoji thing. I have, no, mystery picture. I've got emojis.
Oh, that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah. I've got emojis, like they can do different, I have different emojis.
They give you
I have, so y'all know how to do this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the one thing, keep in mind that X, you must do X first. Taylor, sit down. You must do X first and then Y. What happens if you switch them?
You won't get the
You'll get a weird picture. Okay? Now, also, when you're doing any of these, once you plot this one, I would lightly cross it out with a pencil because that's a lot of mess. And if you cross each one out as you do it, then you're going to do better. You won't mess up. Also, remember on these, line 1, you connect the dots until you get to line 2. Then you stop. Then you start line 2 and you connect these dots. Y'all remember?
Yeah.
All right, y'all ready? Okay, let me stop this.